Greetings and welcome to One Spherical Love, Spirituality in a Modern World, presented by Unispherical Muse, LLC. And today's sermon session is creating your bling blings in life. Now, when you go through life, you're going to be like proud that you've accomplished something. You're a kid, you just learned to tie your shoestrings. You're proud you've accomplished something. And there are certain zodiac signs that they accomplish something. They're proud of what they've done and they just want to share. It doesn't mean they're telling other people what to do, what to think, what to say. They're just happy that they actually accomplished it. You're a kid. You make a picture at school. You're in kindergarten. You bring it home. You show your mama. She puts it on the fridge. She's a proud mama or proud papa, okay? People want to share. It does not mean that they're telling someone else what to do. So when you're sharing, there are some people, yes, that want to create a lavish world showing that they've accomplished this and that because they're proud, but in reality, they're actually unsure about life. And they need to get the justification of others saying that, hey, that's a great job. It's all psychological way of thinking. You know, it just pops in the world of Freudian theory and ego, superego, okay? So, as a Gemini, this is what we do our whole life. We share. It's kind of like, look at that colored marble I found. Isn't it pretty? You're sharing what you have discovered. That's what a lot of people do. It doesn't mean bad, negative, ionic energy. It is a positive ionic energy. Because, yeah, I show you my marble, and then you're like, I want to get some marbles. And then you start searching out different marbles. But yet you don't know what to do with the marbles. That's the problem with most people. They want what they can't have, and then when they get it, they don't know what to do with it. That's the way the story goes. If you listen to music, a boy, he has his eyeballs set on a girl. He wants that girl. He conquered, he got that girl. Then he gets the girl, and then he don't know what to do with her. And that's why you get over 50% of divorces in America. It's not rocket science, dude. You need to plan out exactly what your little bling blings in life. Remember, whenever you let something go, if it comes back to you, it was yours. If it doesn't, it never was. Fact is you don't go after anything in life. If it's meant to be yours, it'll come to you. If not, it wasn't. That's why there's always something that pops up in life, the little bling blings, and you have to figure out what is the point and purpose of this coming into my existence. Pretty simple, easy peasy, baby cakes. Pay attention. It's as plain as the nose on your face. How can you not see what's on your face? Are you that blind? Seriously, open your mind, not your human brain, your human mind, and see what is presented to you. Why? Because you always ask for stuff in life, and the universe, as a different time zone, will give you exactly what you want, but in the form of a need. Now, I see things, I'd say 100% differently than other people, because I didn't get hooked up in all the little bling blings that everybody else under the sun is all up into. Please don't bore me. There is so much more. You look at a face. What do you got? You don't just got a nose. You got freckles. You got dimples. You got those little marks from like chicken pox or whatever. Okay? And a lot lot of people just love the sun. They go hang out in the sun, and then while high winds. I've seen it too many times. People get laser surgery on their face because it's called sun cancer. Hello. What world do you live in? Oh, I forgot. Y'all live in wishful thinking utopia. Not the real world, all right? Now, I think it happens. That's how it works, okay? So I'm thinking for a while, my hair, it fell out during chemo cancer treatments, and it started growing back, and then, so of course, so that I'm not eating, I eat my hair when I'm eating my food. It doesn't get in the way when I'm cleaning, or I'm cooking, or I'm working, or whatever. It drives me absolutely batty. And people say, well, don't let it drive you batty. Well, okay, let me just say, if something kept smacking you in the face every 2 seconds, that wouldn't drive you batty after a while. So I pulled it back, and for some bizarre, odd reason, any flying critter that's in my vicinity decides it wants to eat the top of the right of my ear. Constantly. Are you freaking kidding me? So I had to get rid of all the plants in my home. I'm now using the plug-in. I love those little bug zappers. It's light. It's so bright. It makes a great night light. So the bugs love bling blings. And they go over there, zap, and they're stuck to the glue. Yay! Get out of my space. Quit invading my world and go invade your own space. And bugs that are basically like the bling blings, well, humans are like bugs also. Because they turn around, and I call them looky-loos. So a looky-loo on a freeway slows down to look at the accident because they're nosier than nobody's business. All right? So while they're looking at this accident, they're then causing an accident. What the freak is wrong with you, moron? Pay attention to your own business and get out of everybody else's business, looky-loo. So when I see this constantly, not just on the freeway, but on the street, dude, get a life. What is wrong with you? Are you that afraid of life, or are you that nosy? If you're that nosy, lo and behold, what are you? You're a flying critter. Are you happy? And when you have a one-dimensional vision, you are in the world of an ant. When I see people all the time conglomerating here and there and there, and all of a sudden they break up, like the kids are getting out of school, they're like freaking cockroaches and ants. It's like nobody's there, and all of a sudden, boom, there's thousands, and then boom, they're gone. It's like, dude, seriously? Y'all are like a bunch of flying critters. It's amazing. So what do? I have to combat this thing that seems to need to want to keep eating the top of my ear. Well, guess what? A curse is a blessing in disguise. Basically, you want something. Well, the universe is going to give you what you want, but in the form of a need to learn a lesson to grow in personal growth. Now, I've saw myself for many years. I will be in my 80s and 90s. Even when I was young, I saw this. I'm going to have long white hair. I'm going to wear an apron because I'm going to have my 4-in-1 business. And people in a lot of trees are around. People are going to come to my businesses. I'm going to have my long white hair with my apron because I create my own pottery specific to your astrology sign. So it's like a lot of things are going on. And this is what I want. And I see myself in this particular way because I don't have mind blockage. Okay, y'all got mind blockage. It just blows my mind. It boggles my mind. How can your mind be closed? A closed mind is a terrible thing to waste. It's as plain as the nose on your face. Do you not see the nose on your face? Are you that blind? Seriously. So, the fact is, all right, well, you got to combat this because it is a curse and a blessing in disguise. The universe gave me what I wanted. bugs. Because what I wanted was a pixie haircut, because everything was getting in my face. So then the universe goes and sends these little nasty flying critters to eat the top of the right of my ear. So what am I going to do? Okay, quit pulling my hair back. And when I do, I have this, like, they used to have what's called deets. So I put a little bit of that on the top of my ear. Lo and behold, no more flying critters. And I still get to keep my long hair because I already know what it's going to look like. Then I'm all up in my 80s. Well, I'm only 60 now, but I'm all up in my 80s. I'm going to do, and this, I had it years ago in my 30s, get my hair done in braids so I look like Bo Derek headset, right? But it's going to be super cool, man, because I saw one of the schools I went to before, this lady, she had the rainbow colors in the braids. I'm like, dude, that's freaking awesome. You just stepped into my world. So I'm going to go and get those braids. And then there's so many things you can do. I had it in before. I left it in for 5 weeks. And then my hair actually grew a whole inch. Because what it is, in the summertime, your hair grows an inch. But in the winter, it grows a half an inch. That's the way things work, you know? You got to learn your who you are to grow in personal growth. So now I'm getting to keep my hair so that it's going to be, I want it down, it was almost down to my butt until my hair fell out because of chemo. I'm going to have it down to like my knees in the back. So when I do, then I can do these braids and they won't have to put extensions. They will then put in the extensions only of the rainbow, a little bit here and there, but not over the whole thing. Because I'm going to need this when I'm in competition. Because I'm going to be in competition, which I was in training before the cancer came, was to promote my book, Vegan Bodybuilding, Belly Dancing. Boom! Back at you, baby. And I remember when I was telling the guy at the, what you call it, where you go work out at? And the other lady heard me, and she goes, I'll see you on the news. So I'm like, okay. I totally didn't get what she was talking about, but I see it, I create it, I make it happen. And that's the way life is. Now, another bling bling that I be up all into, and it's time for a drink. Take a drink, because you're going to need it. Remember, your body is made of like 90 to 95% water. Okay, so basically, I will get rich off pennies. Y'all be talking dollars? No, I be talking pennies. And I have. When selling my music around the world and whatnot, pennies have babies called dollars. I remember the first few, one song sold 200 to people in Italy. So with that, I made a whole whopping 4 cents. I was so excited, okay? I will get rich off pennies. Now, for many years, as a game more, you see all the trash that the kids leave on the field. So then you start like, why are you going to throw this away? Plastic bottles and cans. There's so many recycle places around, all right? So now I just picked them up. I put them in my little trusty steed called my Gangmore. That's 15-foot wingspan, 11 blade, 4-wheel drive, and hydraulic. Yeah, I wanted to be a Gangmore in my 30s, and I finally became one. You see it, you create it, it happens. That's the way it is. It's called conjuring, manifesting. Dude, it becomes your reality. But people don't understand how it happens. Well, because you can't see the nose on your face. What's wrong with you? Open your mind. A closed mind is a terrible thing to waste. I see all of this. I see dollar signs on the fields. I start collecting the cans and the plastics. I didn't go for it. I'm mowing, and they just magically appear because the universe set them in front of me. I said, I want this. The universe gave it to me. Remember, the universe, some people call God. Well, it's not male or female. Dude, it's straight out void. Void is space. And when you know the fifth element, the fifth dimension, you would know this already. That's number 9, all right? Now, I say it, it appears in my face. So I go and I pick them up. And do you know how much you don't need to go to the gym when you're getting off your trusty steed? Yeah, okay. It's called a step. So I do that, I don't know, maybe 20 times a day while I'm at work. And then I have to load and upload my mower on the trailer. And I do that about 6 times a day. I don't need a Stairmaster at the gym. I live it in my daily work routine. Okay? Now, I pick all these up, and then I tell, other people, well, look, this is what you do. You gotta understand your APY, annual percentage yield, all right? I did my research. Which one has the highest APY in savings and checking? So come to find out, my credit union is exactly the highest. Dude, okay, they got an HSA. Just like at my work, I also have one at my credit union. That means I have 2 HSAs. That goes into investing. It'll roll over after you retire. You don't pay taxes. Okay, that's a whole nother shenanigan, all right? Yeah, I'm a certified financial planner, and I worked in accounting for 13 years. All right, so moving on. Now, you take these plastics, and, I tell other people, hey, why don't we just collect them for the Christmas parties at work? Nobody wants to. That's fine. I don't give a flying fig. I don't care what anybody else says, does, or thinks. They don't pay my bills. I don't care. So when I mention that, then I'm collecting. I'm banking. People then start bringing me their recycles. All right? I don't have to go for it. It comes to me. So now what I do is I wasn't smooshing them. Because my mother-in-law, dude, she's my hero. The woman's in her 80s, and she's smooshing, because she walks for miles to collect cans. She brings them back home. She walks up 26 steps up the stairs to get to her apartment. She brings them back. She had this stake, wooden stake with some kind of metal on the bottom. Oh, I forget. I mean, come on, that was back in the 80s. Oh, a long time ago. So she's over there in the bag. She sits on this little plastic crate. She smushes them. She gets 4 big 32 green gallon trash bags. 4 of them. Recycles it. The woman made $60. That was in the 80s. Okay, we're talking some bling bling here, right here. All right? Now, she's my hero. She was the incentive. I now am doing that. I'm in my 60s, so I guess that's what you do when you get older. I don't know. But anyways, I smush them. Now, where I go, it's 80 cents per pound for plastic. It was 85 when you smush it. Then they broke it away. It's 80. Okay, whatever. Cans are 90 cents. You smush it, it's $1 per pound. Bling, bling. All right? Now, that means I'm making $6 a month. At the end of the year, I've made, over $100. All right? I'm putting that in my HSA that makes 75% APY. And trust me, you're not going to get that in your regular investments. All right? And the fact that it's at my bank, I could take the money out anytime I want. Okay? But then I put it right back. And so, got that for 1 year. It adds up. Plus, I was contributing through my paycheck. And it took me about 2.5 years. I had $3,000. Yeah, we're talking pennies into dollars. Then, you leave that there, let it grow, just like any compounded interest. It's like your child. You want it to grow. You're taking care of it. You're nurturing. After 10 years, you leave it in there. It just keeps growing. Lo and behold, you got $1,000. Yep. Where's that from? Pennies that had babies that make dollars. Alright? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to go around and get rid of your bank. I've never banked. I've always had credit unions. You're going to start checking your credit union, wherever you live at, and see which one has the highest APY. That's the one you want. I have free checking. That means I get no interest, but the savings, I get interest. The interest is 35% APY. And trust me, it adds up. Now everybody knows that I'm collecting plastics, and they give them to me. Lo and behold, the money's rolling in. All I gotta do is recycle it. Lo and behold, it's across the street from where I work. How much more convenient is that? Now, I'm talking to the guy the other day, and he said that the main guy was gone. I said, is he all right? And he goes, yeah, he had a couple of deaths in the family, so he's taking some time off. I guess the dude also has a restaurant. Hey, it's all about the bling-blings, all right? So he's off for a few days, and I said, well, as long as he's okay. And he goes, yeah, he's okay. And I go, is he going to be retired? He goes, no, but we're going to be moving. I'm going to have to look for another job. I said, why is that? And he goes, well, because whoever bought the block, he has to move. They don't want to lease to a company that does recycling. Like, are you kidding me? Y'all are like right there. It's so convenient for me. Seriously. So now, if they don't find another place close, I'm going to have to go find another place. And they ain't going to be paying as much because a lot of them aren't doing it anymore. Like, really? So, when you are doing, you are receiving. This is your curse. That's a blessing in disguise. When you receive, you must also give back. So, as I'm popping it in my bank account, I do give back because it goes to the ride company that gives me a ride to my cancer treatments. So, I do give it back, but I'm not giving it back to more souls, only to one. And that's simply because I have 270 days left. That's basically 9 months. I will have completed my 5 years at the cancer hospital. Hey, isn't life grand? So I cannot really contribute to other things until, unfortunately, I have a high deductible in my medical. That means I have to pay $2,500 a year. Everybody else has copay. That is my copay. Because when it comes to health, you cannot regulate that. You then have to turn around and prepare for that. So with that $2,500, that's what my HSA was supposed to be for, but it's for the ride company. So what I'm doing now is I'm, unfortunately, doing some overtime at work, which will then pay for that. And then I can go back to my regular routine. I used to donate to the Humane Society, but then all this cancer stuff popped up, and so then I couldn't. So I just got to come up with that. So then that way, the cancer stuff is done, and then I just kept going, but all my medical is paid for. And that's what you have to learn to understand. If it was meant to be yours, it'll come to you. If it wasn't, it never was. I'm going to just have to go and find another recycle place around town because it makes people feel good. They see it's going for a worthy cause and help to stop the pollution on Earth so that Mother Earth is happy once again when her children called humans behave. And when it's all said and done, I can finally go back to donating to the Humane Society because I don't understand why people have to be so cruel to another species. I don't understand. And I never will. And life is love. Love is life. Blessings from Reverend. If you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for your support.